November was wild, but at this point that description doesn't really mean much. I feel like I've used wild to describe almost every day of my life for the last 3 months at a minimum, but we'll get into that later. First, with climbing. On left pink, I'm not sure if I did this as intended. Most people on this route use the volume on the right before the first big left-hand reach, but it really didn't feel necessary. Over on right pink, starting with a small dyno and finishing with a semi-dynamic move. At this point, I can't tell if I'm too weak to do it statically or if I did it as intended. Either way, I'm starting to think I dyno too often. Back to left pink, and I swear I did more than pink runs this month. This one gave me a bit more of a fight. The jump out to the fourth hole took 3 tries before I was able to consistently stick it, and then it took 2 more for me to get the finish, and I may have seen death for a brief moment leaning over the final hold. No real comments on yellow, standard crimpy 4. Blue was more challenging than it had to be. I couldn't figure out my body positioning on the ground and ended up having to experiment while I was on the wall. Purple was very fun, and not a route I should have tried as the final route of the session. I think I may have lucked out with the match. No one seemed to be able to keep a grip on it, but I think I was having a good skin day. I was getting very pumped out after pinching the blade and may have given up had it not been for people yelling their support. Now blue here is the start of a session where I couldn't stop hurting myself. I hadn't even planned on climbing this day because my foot hurt, but I found myself climbing anyways. Starting with a nice shuffle, a couple crimps, and then a bugger of a pinch. Injury 1 comes when I reach for the final hold and bang my arm against the safety hold. Over on the right, I actually slammed my finger against the black volume hold. I'll cut the music so you can hear how loud it is. Here's a zoom in. And here it is 4 times slower. Now onto exciting news, I got a new phone. Video quality, crisp, but I will have to figure out the whole color grading situation. Back to the climbing, green tried its best to huck me from the wall, and it certainly succeeded on my first attempt. I was ready for it the second time though. Not too much to say about the next couple climbs, so I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. I don't think I've ever played quite as much indoor golf as I have now. It's gotten so bad that I've actually started to figure out how to get short chips and putts to register the way I expect them to. Now, I'm not sure if this is good or bad, but all I'm hoping for is that it won't mess me up when the outdoor season starts again. I also haven't figured out the filming situation, but we'll get that sorted out over the next couple sessions. In the meantime, here are a few clips from 2 indoor rounds, and we'll get to sewing in a bit.
We'll take it.
Spin pull. Yeah, it's on this closest. Nice.
I'm just waiting for you to get your road bike.
He just loves golf, and he's actually really good at it. Like, he picks it up quickly.
I like how you say that. Just imagine blast in the sand. Bounce it.
So the dude just like got a bunch of really nice tailor-made. Oh, it's like a big party, you know, the actual base party.
Oh, right, I almost forgot it.
Before we get into sewing, here's a quick update for the next month. December is going to be a little bit different. Got a few activities planned in December that are different than what I've shown before, including a small photo and video shoot. It's always been on the list of things to do, but it was always too busy. It also helps that we did a quick 5-minute impromptu shoot one day and ended up with a few bangers. As for sewing, I am 95% done. A summer dress finished just in time for winter. Just need to finish joining the left hip and adding some straps. I also snapped the thread, you'll see that later. And that was the first time I've done it, and I was incredibly confused. It took a couple minutes to figure out that the violent clanking noise was actually the thread and not the machine breaking. It took me even longer to rethread the machine. Now that's all for this month. Feel free to stick around, but I'm heading out. I'll see you in the next one.